What's up, guys? It's me, Tony G, coming to you from Borgata, hotel, casino, spa, a little bit of everything here. This is episode 98 of my vlog. That's right, number 98. We're here to play some cash poker. We're gonna get into 1-3 no limit hold'em. I hope you guys enjoy it. Here we go. Before we get into the episode, a lot of people have been asking me about the Felt Life stuff. Made a Teespring store, description down below. But also, if you happen to be new here, make sure you hit that like and subscribe buttons. It helps the channel out a lot. I do appreciate it. If you're not new here, thanks for coming back. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Let's get into it. All right, dinner's done. Now time for some poker. Let's go. Okay, I have Queen of Diamonds, Jack of Spades on the button. It limps to me. I make it $12 to go. The small blind calls, the big blind folds, and a middle position calls. We're 3 ways to the flop, which is Jack, King, 6, Rainbow. The small blind takes forever to check, but does check. The middle position tanks for some reason, and about 25 seconds later throws out a small bet of $12. I didn't know what he was thinking about, but maybe he was daydreaming or something. I don't know. I call the $12, and the small blind looks like he's going to fold, but ultimately calls the $12. So we're still 3 ways to the turn. The turn is a gorgeous card for us. It's the Queen of Hearts. We have 2 pair now, and we're going to charge anybody who wants to stay in the hand with us. The small blind, for some reason, again, takes forever to check. The dealer actually asks him if he wants to check, and he says, I thought I already did check, but he didn't. Anyway, so he checks. Middle position makes it $17, and I re-raise it up to $55. He tanks and folds, and we take down that pot. Not terrible for starting out with a decent playable hand there, finally. Okay, in the next decent hand, about 2 orbits later, I have the 9 of Hearts, the Jack of Spades. I'm in the small blind. It limps to me, and I make it 6 to go. Big blind calls and the cutoff calls, and we're 3 ways to the flop, which is King, Ace, 9, all diamonds. It checks to the turn, and the turn is the 4 of clubs. It checks to the cutoff, and he throws in a bet of $60. And not taking a chance with a pair of 9s and folding that hand. Okay, it's tough going in this session. Small pot wins here, pre-flop wins there. We have the 6 of spades and the 6 of clubs in this hand. I'm in middle position. I call the $3 big blind, and we are 3 ways to the flop of 2, 10, 5 with 2 clubs. It checks to the turn. The turn is the 7 of diamonds. It checks to me. The small blind and the big blind check to me. I throw out a bet of $12. The small blind calls, and the big blind folds his hand, and the river doesn't really help us. It's the 3 of clubs. It puts the backdoor straight draw out there. The small blind actually checks to me, and I throw out a bet of 30, and he says, I can't believe you got there on the river, and tosses his cards in, and we take down the small pot. Like I said, it's tough going. Patience is key in this session. Alright, like I said, it's a struggle, and I'm trying to just be patient and take my time. I have the 9 of hearts, the 5 of hearts. I'm in the big blind. There are 2 limps, and I check my options. There were 3 ways to the flop, which is 5, queen, jack with 2 hearts. Got a flush draw going and a small pair. So I throw out a bet of $6. Both guys call, so we're still 3 ways to the turn. The turn is the dangerous ace of diamonds. I do not like this card whatsoever. If it was a heart, I'd feel a little bit better, but it's not. I check, and the cutoff bet's 16. And after I look at my cards, I said, okay, let me take a stab, see if I can catch a heart. Probably not the best idea. I call the 16, and we are heads up to the river, which is the king of clubs. Doesn't help me any. I'm hoping he checks. He doesn't check. After I check, he throws out a bet of $27, and I'm just not going to take that chance, and I fold my hand. Okay, we finally have a premium hand. Jack of spades, jack of clubs. I'm on the button. Middle position raises it to 12. I call, and the small blind calls, and we're 3 ways to the flop, which is jack, queen, 7, rainbow. Middle position bets 20. I call, and the big blind also calls, so we're still 3 ways to the turn. The turn is the 10 of spades. We still have middle set here. It checks to the river, and the river is the 5 of hearts. Doesn't change anything. The small blind throws out a bet of $55. The middle position instantly mucks his cards, and I tank. I'm trying to think, is he bluffing? Did he have ace king? Did he hit a 10 on the turn and checked it? But he had bluffed a couple times tonight, and my gut told me he was bluffing. So I cut out the chips and say, I call. And he says, good call, and flips over his hand and shows 2 of hearts, 6 of spades. Indeed, he was bluffing. And we take down a decent-sized pot. And I didn't mess up my set of jacks. Okay, the last hand I'm going to go over, it was pretty fun. I was joking around with the guys that I was in between. They knew each other. And the guy to my left had been drinking heavily all night, and he's the one who lost the last pot against my jacks. I have the 8 of hearts, the 10 of hearts. I'm on the button. The guy to my left, the small blind, bets $18. I call, and we're heads up to the flop, which is the 10 of spades, the 10 of clubs, and the ace of hearts. I flop trips. The small blind bets 40. 40's not going to do it for me. So I shove a stack of reds in to make the bet 100. He instantly calls, throws a bunch of chips there, and asks the dealer to count them to make sure they are the right amount. And he was short 25. Throws a chip in. So we're heads up to the turn still, obviously, and the turn doesn't change anything. It's the 9 of clubs. Small blind thinks, looks at his cards, and says, I'm all in. Those are the words I wanted to hear. I love it. I instantly call. He says, do you have a 10? I said, I do. And the river is the 7 of hearts. Doesn't help him out any. We take down the largest pot of the night. And shortly after this hand, we lose a couple small pots here and there, and didn't give up too much, and we booked the win for the night.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, make sure you hit those like and subscribe buttons. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you liked. Let me know what you didn't like. I'll see you guys in the next episode. And don't forget, it doesn't matter how you're living your life, as long as you're living the felt life.